Florida has a question. When it comes to music production, what's your advice when you lose interest in a track you're creating? Do you scrap it or do you just push through and finish it?
That's an interesting question because I still am finding ways to complete tracks and get through them, I guess. Because like when you write a song, like the very first day is the most like critical point when you're really inspired. Like I really try to write the entire song that day, like arrange the entire thing.
Wow.
Doesn't have to be perfect sound design wise, but like get the song done. And I've been really, really trying to do that recently just because it helps so much. But when I don't do that and lose inspiration, I normally go back into the project and just mess around with one sound and like do some weird shit. Just like experiment like a lot. Do something that you would have normally never done on a song and just try something different. That's the only thing that's going to make you different as an artist as well. If you do something that you're not used to doing, like don't do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, that's good advice for anything really, I think. And that was a good question. I feel like a lot of people who I know who mess around with production, that is like that's the difference maker. It's like, can you finish the song, or are you gonna have like 200 ideas in a folder that never see the light of day? And then like, if you finish a song, will you share it? Will you show it to people? Like, it's scary.
Yeah, I think like a general rule of thumb for me is like I still have like 16 bar loops. Like I have like 100 of them laying around, like that I'm never going to finish. But my rule of thumb is like if I'm not feeling it in like the first 30 minutes and I'm just like jamming it, like, you know, just like forcing it, then I should stop. But if I'm like inspired after that 1 hour mark, whatever, 30 minutes, then I just need to crank. Like I need to go, like write the entire thing in that moment.
Are you a person who treats music production like it's a job and you're like, okay, I get up, I do this thing at this time, I sit down at the desk and I start messing around with music? Or are you a person who's like, when it strikes me, I have to go and I have to do it, but when it's not striking me, I'm not ready?
Yeah, I think it really depends. Some days I'm like, all right, I gotta write music, like, because it honestly, like, it helps my mental health so much when I'm writing music. Like, I do not feel 100% unless I'm writing stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So now that I've noticed that, I like kind of force myself to sit down and do it and treat it like work sometimes. But when you strike that gold and you like find that inspiration that one day, it's like, it's all worth it. And your work has paid off basically in that moment.
I want to hear about the music that you are working on now. Are you already working on things that you think will be on album number 2? Are you just having fun? You're feeling inspired? You're ready to keep at it? Is there anything you can tell us about what you're pushing yourself with now, without giving too much away?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm letting myself take a break mentally and not trying to force myself to write songs. Like I'm just, as I said, like I have a shitload of just like 16 bar loops laying around right now. And I'll just like make one. And if it doesn't hit me, then it doesn't hit me. And I'll just live with it. Like I'm not going to force it. I'm just trying to have fun as much as I can. But yeah, as far as like doing stuff differently, I'm using a lot of the turntable, and like there's a record store like a few blocks away from my house, and they have this like dollar crate, so I can just like come by and pick up 20 records one day.
Love dollar crates, man. Oh yeah,
it's so much fun.
It
like,
is.
It's just, you find the most random shit in there. It's so fun.
And you just pick weird covers, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, let's go.
That might be cool. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's been really fun. I definitely have a few songs that I've been working on that I think would fit really well on a project. But I'm not going to force it. Like I'm not necessarily thinking about album 2 yet.
You don't have to. Album 1's not even out yet.
I know, right?
But it's crazy. I know that's how it works for you guys. It's like, oh my gosh, by the time album 1 comes out, you made it a year ago and you're already working on it. So many times I've talked to producers and I'm like, yeah, what are you excited about? And they're like, honestly, the shit I'm working on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Yeah. No, it's weird, but it's also really cool. Like, I definitely have been sitting on this album for a little while, but I still have like a very strong emotional connection to it, and I'm still just extremely excited to get it out.